Now there's kind of a flip side to trace precedence. I can also trace the dependence of a formula. Take a look. So first, I'm going to get rid of these arrows that are showing me the precedence of these various formulas. To remove something, I'll go back to formulas, back into formula auditing, and I'm going to remove the arrows. Just one button press and all those arrows are gone. Now let's try this. I'm going to click into one of these weekly values. Let's grab this 6900 here. This is cell number C6. Now I want to know what other cells depend on that cell right there. Okay? The dependence of cell C6. So with that cell selected, back to formulas, into formula auditing, and I'm going to trace the dependence. Give that a click. And now it's drawing these arrows. I've got the total down here for week 2. I've got the row total for K done. And I've got the no bonus that also relies on it as well, the cell I6. So I'm now tracing what cells depend on that selected cell of C6. Let's try another one here. I'll click into this 34,000, the monthly goal. This is cell I2. Back to formulas, into formula auditing, and I'll trace the dependence. Now, the monthly goal, you might remember way back when we were talking about the if statement or the if function. Each of these, was the goal met? Yes, no, no, yes, yes. These all rely, right, on that monthly goal. They all use it in some way. So these cells are dependent on that 34,000. So a simple button press, and just like tracing dependence, you can remove the arrows just as quickly. I go back up to remove arrows, give that a click, and I'll remove all of those arrows. This is a super slick tool, especially when you're in a scenario where you're inheriting work from somebody else. And before you get in there and start modifying the document, we can really start to audit it, take a look at what cells have formulas in them, what cells are dependent upon other cells that rely on other cells, whatever it might be. Before you really start to modify the document and tweak it, potentially breaking something, we can take a look at tracing the dependence and tracing the precedence of formulas. So once again, try this out. Get a feel for working with trace dependence. Click on a cell, maybe one of the weekly values there, or monthly goal, or perhaps one of your own workbooks. Give that trace dependence button a click and see what formulas rely on that cell's value.